the reported contract extension for your very good friend, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. What has he meant to this franchise, and what do you think this signing will do as far as moving forward with this ball club?
I mean, it's huge, you know, to have him here for what seems like his whole life essentially is incredible. You know, he deserves it. I'm happy for the city, the fans, the country. I firmly believe, you know, that he's going to be hanging in the rafters. So I couldn't be happier for us as an organization, but, you know, especially for him.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the Blue Jays have reportedly agreed to a 14-year, $500 million contract. The news breaking late Sunday evening. The deal is pending a physical. Largest contract in club history. Guerrero spent his entire 7-year career with the Blue Jays.
Exciting news for Blue Jays fans to wake up to this morning, with multiple reports saying the team has signed star first baseman Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to a massive contract extension.
It's the largest contract in Blue Jays history, and Blue Jays fans couldn't be happier about the team getting their guy.
If I tell you that it's not a big relief, I'll be lying to you. It is. I mean, it's always been my goal to be here. And I feel like I accomplished that, and I'm very, very happy to stay here, to be a Blue Jay.
I think it's monumental for Toronto and in the game, historic deal for what will be an historic player. So I'm very grateful that we are here today, that we were able to line up. I think that happens when there's mutual interest, and that was never in doubt.
You talk a lot about your daughters and your wife, you're very close to your family. What kind of input did they have in your decision? Why, if they wanted to stay in Toronto, did they want to do that?
Yeah, that's one of the hardest ones right there. But when your daughter comes to you and asks you, Daddy, are we going to stay in Toronto? Knowing that your family really wants to stay in Toronto, I think that was the hard one. But you know, they all along they wanted to stay in Toronto, and thank God it happened.
Toronto means a lot, you know, especially when I go out, when I go to a restaurant or to a mall, you know, they treat me like respect. So that's why I like Toronto.
You want Bobby to speak in English or Spanish? No?
No.
This is an incredibly special day for all of our fans, for the Blue Jay organization, really a historical moment. And when I think about what makes it so special, monumental for our organization, most importantly, first and foremost, our fans. They, over the course of Vlad's time with us, have embraced the joy and the passion which he brings to the ballpark with him every single time he takes to the field, which impacts our team and cements a bond really between our fans throughout the entire country.
La licenciada.
It's incredible to consider. You've got kids going off to Scott High School from coast to coast across the prairies wearing number 27 Blue Jays uniforms and jerseys today. And somewhere else across this country, you've got babies, little girls and boys being born that will grow up developing a love for baseball and a love for the Blue Jays through the lens of Vlad.
Ahí sí lo. I wore pink for you.
Claro,
Yo sabía. ¿Cómo estamos?
Bien, bien.
Very good, Vladdy. How are you, sir? Congratulations. Look. That's a great suit. That's like a normal day. Yeah. If I can't get him out of here.
Contract New Jersey.
10 years ago, Vlad signed as a 16-year-old young man, an energetic, strong, fast player, and he grew into the potential that we all knew that he had. We're now signing a deal with truly a historic franchise player, and so excited that Vlad will not only have started as a Blue Jay, but play his entire career as a Jay and end his career here.
You make the game better every day, and the fact that it's going to continue in this uniform is very special. So, all of our gratitude. Thank you. Let's get this signed. Edward?
Hi everyone. Thank you for being here today. First I want to thank God because He's the reason because I'm here. Also I want to thank the Blue Jay organization for believing in me. Mr. Roger, Mark, and Ross, thank you. I would like to thank my manager, John Snyder, coaching staff, and of course, my team in since 2019. The city of Toronto and all the fans, thank you for the love and the support.
Okay, with that, we will wrap up the Q&A portion. I would now like to call upon manager John Schneider, wife Natalie, and daughter Mel to come up to the stage for a photo op. And photographers, please feel free to approach the stage.
For me, my goal now is trying to win the World Series, bring the World Series championship back to Toronto. She only asked me if we're gonna leave or we're gonna stay in Toronto, so the question is one of the harder ones they always have in my career, when my daughter told me we're gonna stay or we're gonna leave. So that she put me in one spot, and then nobody wanted to be in that spot. So to me, it's like for her, I do everything, and thank God we did it.
So I technically say, are they gonna sign you because I want you to stay here because it's so fun being in the Blue Jays. I was so happy. He called my mom, and then he told us, and then I was so happy that I almost faked.
When I told her when I stay in Toronto, she crying, I almost crying because I saw her crying, but that conversation was so happy, and I was so good about that conversation. Today is I think my favorite day in my life. I signed the contract, and my family, they here, and outside the contract and the team, I want to stay all the time. So to me, it's something I can't explain.
3, 2, 1, cheese.